What's going on? It's not the brightest day out today. That's for sure. Kind of cloudy. I think it even rained at some point. So this video, I know it's going to be controversial, and I just know it is, but it's not really meant to be that way. For I'm just speaking for who I am and what I think. And it's about why I don't agree with money. And that goes to some extent. And of course, we're going to go into it in this video of why I don't agree with it. And I know everyone's granted to their own thoughts and ideas, but this is my video and ultimately my channel. And I know I think a little bit different than a lot of people. So why I don't agree with money, and there's a couple of reasons with this, and like it goes to some extent that I don't agree with it. But the first reason would be is because people get paid a lot of money to not do shit. Such as, and there's extreme examples of this too, but there's people get paid so much money to do fucking nothing, whereas there's people who get paid fucking nothing to do the most. That doesn't make sense at all. The people who are doing the dirtiest, grimiest jobs get paid the least, and retrospectively probably work the most. So jobs such as grimy and get paid the least, which we all probably even know, or most of us, are jobs such as washing dishes, and they usually get the least respect. Not always, but from my ordeal and what I've seen, it's always been the same. They get paid the least, and they have the dirtiest, grimiest, and probably most hustling, bussing job there is in that facility where that action's going on. And then you got people who get paid millions of dollars, such as someone who just swings a bat. And I understand there's practice there and there's some skill involved, and he did that all the time. But he gets paid millions of dollars to distract people, entertain people, and that's basically it. I mean, and back to the person doing dishes, well, the person who's an athlete or whatever, swinging the bat, literally, it's what he's doing. Maybe working out here and there, but practicing swinging the bat is what he's doing. I mean, that's basically all he's doing. And he gets paid so much more than everybody else. But I'm just saying, he's really not doing anything or helping anybody out. Maybe to some extent he's entertaining people, more so distracting people that can't find their own entertainment anyway. Which is messed up in its own whole retrospective anyway. The person who does dishes and busts his ass, you know, people don't even respect this person necessarily. I'm not saying I don't, but I've been in that position and I've seen the position. They don't even care about you for the most part, you know, and to them you're seen as dollar signs, which goes pretty much any job, but you're seen as dollar signs, whereas, you know, when basically you're famous or whatever, at least here in America or in a first world country, you're seen as something else, and there's a lot of hype there and popularity. And when you're just a dishwasher, that's basically all you are, and like, you don't get a lot of respect, and you work your ass off to get paid barely anything. Meanwhile, if you are working in a restaurant or somewhere where you do dishes, that's usually the hardest part of the job, yet you get the least respect, the least paid of money, and you work more than pretty much anybody else. I'm saying on the average dishwashing job, when you solely just wash dishes. And to bring it in the more perspective, no one likes to do any of these jobs 40 hours a week. Hardly anybody, which is a bunch of BS nonsense anyway. No one likes to. Few people like to. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just going against your nature anyway. Some people really do, but not everybody. Few people, we'll say few people really like to, and that's just a small percentage. That's one reason why I don't agree with the money, because there's no equity in it at all. I mean, there's just not. Two, everything is for free, and it really is. People just don't want to wrap their head around it, because A, they're brainwashed, or they don't want to face the fear or the fact that money is man-made and everything in reality is free. Do I know how that would work out? No, because they will never let it happen, of course, until there was a revolt or a protest necessarily. I mean, it's just simple as that. I mean, I could go into my imagination and stuff like that, but that could go off and tank so many ways. And along with that, I guess, which would probably be 3, which I guess that was a shorter one, would be, other than money's made up. I mean, if you just think about money's made up, just think about it for a second. It's made up. It's thin air. People rely on it. It's a middleman. And the people, just think, whoever invented money is in control of money. I mean, someone had to invent it. Whoever invented it is usually in control. And at this aspect, it is. There's sometimes, I guess, inventions get stolen or whatever. But whoever made the money controls it. They have the most money. You can never make more money than the person who invented money. It's because they own all the money. It all comes to them. It doesn't matter. You can't make money. And they've manipulated it to where you can't. I mean, of course, people plagiarize and make fake money and counterfeit, but not most people. And of course, a lot of people just do stuff for money. Why are they doing stuff for money? They're not doing stuff to live. It's as simple as that. And as we were saying, they control the money. It's just like if you had you know, it doesn't even matter, because they control everything with it, you know. There could be countless examples. Just like if you had a yard and there was a gold mine in it, and everyone wanted that gold, but you had security, you owned all the gold, and that's the only gold there was. Everybody would come to you, and of course you would regulate it, and eventually a lot of people get the greed, power, manipulative mindsets, and then that goes on from there. There are some people that won't allow that to happen, but in today's world, that's a bunch of BS. And as you can see, they control from here. They use it against you, and they are in control. They have the most money. You can never get more money than having the most money, because they are in control of it. And the most people who have the most money anyway are the people that control it, or, you know, abuse it, or don't use it for no good. And that's how I'm going to get into my next example of why I totally disagree about it, because I was thinking about this a little bit. When it doesn't make sense, somebody who does something good to make money, which we can just say a massage therapist, someone who maybe makes a good song or does something, gives someone, you know, something that heals them, whether, I guess if it's words, but more so maybe some herbal formula, or maybe like a fitness coach, someone who does something that's positive, and whether or not they know it, but more so they're going to know, and they're going to have good intentions behind it. When you get someone who sells energy drinks, Slurpees, and cigarettes, these things, man-made cigarettes, may I add, are completely negative, and they have no positive impact, not in fact, and they don't do anything good. Yet these people who are selling energy drinks, like, there's nothing good about them. They're just straight negative. There's nothing good about them. They're bad for you. I don't like categorizing anything, but they're bad for you. They're not good. They're gonna make you sick, make you die early, give you diseases, and just the whole 9 yards. They're gonna make you go a lunatic, maniac, straight definition. And it's not fair that the people who sell man-made cigarettes, and all this other nonsense, they're just damaging everyone's health. And for the most part, they know this. Majority of the people know this, that it's not good, but they don't even care, because it's all about the money. That's what it is. And I could do things that are negative and real bad, or negative consequences, unhealthy, and make a bunch of money off it, but I wouldn't feel good doing that. And it just doesn't make sense, though, if you really come to it, even though money is just it's a whole man-made structure anyway. But people selling things, whether they have the intent or don't know, we could say that it's gonna make you negative impact your life in some way, such as something that's completely negative, like energy drinks or man-made cigarettes, and just corrupt food and fake food that's not going to benefit you in any way. Canned food, preserved food, unnaturally, that is, laboratory made food, which most of it is. It's a bunch of nonsense, because these people make the most money. Whereas compared to a massage therapist, or someone who's actually doing good, or something that's actually positive and healthy, whereas not damaging someone's health on purpose. But even more so, most of these people know intently that these are negative reactions and consequences, yet they don't care. Why? Because it's all about the money, and they don't care about the environment. They don't care for your health, the people, your family, or society. They care about their money. That's all they care about. I mean, it's a sad truth, and it's unfortunate. A lot of people, A, can't wrap their mind around this, B, are too distracted, or C, well, don't give a fuck, or D, just just don't even, or afraid to come to it. Sorry for that glow, the sun. And it's just a bunch of nonsense. How is someone making somebody sick, such as pharmaceuticals, which just make you sick? They don't do nothing else. How are they gonna make so much money making people sick, negative? And this is proven, and this isn't something I'm just making up. Proven. They are making its negative impact on everything and everybody, yet they're one of the richest industries. Whereas compared to somebody doing something, maybe a fitness coach, or a coach of some type of sport, a massage therapist, like I said, or someone who sells paintings, that are actually doing some creative, positive impact, or at least have an intent to. More so, it's a good impact, though. Like I said, I don't like categorizing. But there is a difference between the two. There definitely is. And a lot of people that are popular or famous don't even like to even hit these. You know what I mean? But because they're afraid to, because their life and reputation is in jeopardy. As you can see, these people are making money off of something negative, the most money, on purpose. They know this intuitively makes people sick, which pretty much why they always come back, especially with man-made cigarettes, energy drinks, the lottery. It's all an addiction. And these people, it's not fair. These people, you know, are doing negative things on purpose, knowingly, whereas somebody's trying to do good and makes no money at all, or it has nothing. It just doesn't make sense. So that's why I disagree with money, or my problem with money. And another thing is, which I wasn't gonna mention, but I was thought of it as I was speaking, which is pretty incredible, I guess. The people that go to study for something, go to college, or want to learn a lesson, and it's usually college, have to pay humongous amounts of money that they don't even have. If you want to learn something in this world, you should be able to learn it for free. I mean, you want to learn something that you have to pay for, which doesn't make any sense at all. And the further dive deep in that, a lot of people go to school for shit, and just because you're learning about something, you have no clue what it's going to be like in a daily life, or even if you want to do it. So you're going to pay for all this time and use all this energy to learn something, but never live a day in a life of it. And to where you come to the point you've been studying for something for 4 or 8 years, and then you put so much time, energy, and money, of course, into it, and you never actually had a day on the job or what it's ever going to be like, and then you go and actually do it one day and you realize you hate it, or maybe take a week or months and you don't even want to do it. And it's not fair. You know what I mean? There's never you never learn how it actually is or what it's going to be like. You know, there's a different thing between studying a book. Yeah, you can read about all the herbs in a book all you want, that's fine. Or you can read a book on how you know, lay a bricks or masonry. But if you never went and actually did it for a day, or even more days, then you never know how it's actually going to be, which is just quite ridiculous. And I know a lot of people, you know, don't even have time to think about it in this rat race. And they, you know, they don't even have a clue on what to do. I mean, that's all I had to say for this video. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe to the video. Let me know if you have any video ideas. Yeah, tell me your experience in the box below.